All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Kabukimonogatari, episode 1.
Hopefully we said that right.
Yes,
So,
it is some kind of a Japanese word for like a cultural thing. That
right,
they,
it's
that
type
they do.
of play or
drama, dance.
Something. Yeah.
I just know it because of the kabuki mask, the stereotypical kabuki mask. Yeah.
But this is supposedly where we're going to get some more Hachikuji.
Yeah.
So, I'm very excited for that. I have no idea
too.
what that will entail exactly. I hope the whole idea of her disappearing is not something that's gone into anytime soon.
Yeah.
Because that would be very, very sad.
Yeah, I think that what they can do is give us a little bit of a brief transition from what happened in Nekoshiro.
Sure.
But having things go to a different character focus is important here. I don't think it would make sense to have Hanakawa's perspective anymore, given that we've changed basically not only the name of this section of Monogatari, but also how definitively that arc for Hanakawa ended.
Well, and also just the fact that Araragi's back.
Well, Araragi being back, yes, that's a big thing. But what if they actually continued this trend and put the focus into someone else's
and we got to see things from Hachikuji's perspective?
That would be awesome.
I would absolutely be okay with that because the idea of shifting perspective to all the characters is just that would be amazing.
That would be awesome.
Even just thinking about that is getting me excited for if that were to happen. But
it might
but
not have to.
They don't have to
do
this
that.
This is Monogatari. It is Araragi's story, and
it's a lot of character stories. But yeah.
But
he is the main character after
right.
There is a couple things that were left over because things weren't from Araragi's perspective in the previous arc, though.
Yes.
So I am interested to see if they are we'll skip over that for now. But
or maybe this is where they actually go back in time and show what Araragi was up to.
Yeah. That could be kind of cool.
They could do that.
So, y'all, looking forward to it. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. All right, everyone, we're going to be starting the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Oh, back at school. Okay.
Oh, back here.
Oh, yeah. But how would I see it if the one I'm underneath it? Wait.
Are we supposed to know this character? Right, the transition.
Ha ha ha! Nice. Yes, they do.
Right.
Yes. Oh, there's the kabuki masks.
Yeah.
The metronome count thing in the background too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting. Everyone prefers safe over dangerous. Oh, here we go.
Sure. Okay.
Exactly like that. Sonotori desu.
Huh. Right.
Oh. Wow. Dang.
Right.
Wow. Ah.
Okay. Oggy.
Oh, crap.
No! No!
Oh. Oh. Wow. Wow.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Yeah. We are getting some. We are getting some stuff this part.
Yeah.
Oh my god. They have to use the word lures, of course. Aww. Well,
Paradox.
yeah, there's a lot of things I feel like we're getting
Snail shell. Cool.
Yeah. Yes,
that is definitely true.
Oh. Whoa. I am so excited.
We're in for a treat.
Okay, MyAnimeList Jiangshi Part 1, yep. 20th of August, okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, this is not Yotsugi, it's
Yotsugi?
it's Yotsugi, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was Hachikuji hiding behind Araragi there?
Was she?
I saw her backpack. Wait.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, why does he have her backpack?
Yeah. Oni and Oni-chan. Hmm.
Just like Hachikuji.
Yeah. It's like, is that a proverb? Yeah.
It does now.
Yeah, it does now, yeah.
Yeah, with the posed look and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh.
Okay.
Ah! It's a little meta. Oh. Hmm.
I'm sure Shinobu said it differently.
Yeah. No, not at all.
Nope, not in the slightest.
Not in the slightest. Huh?
Gotcha.
Okay.
Has she already disappeared?
Yeah, I think she has, yeah. Oh. Yeah, it is a pretty vague concept, yeah. Out of the blue.
Yeah.
Ah. Oh. Hmm. So, still
Okay.
a tool, though. Oh.
All right.
Well, we've got to kill you eventually. No, just... Huh. 75 and over. Bringing up that concept. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
This is gonna be how we bring back Hachikuji. That's gonna be
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay.
Right. So is that how this arc's gonna end?
Yeah, we're gonna revive / reincarnate Hachikuji. Ah. Nice, yeah.
I mean, it's a choice either way, right?
Yeah, you get to make connections and live a life after that, you know? Have you ever wondered why we're here? Whoa. Gotcha. Because she was a tool, so... She's like, that's inspirational somewhat. Hmm.
That was never really cleared up.
Cool, because we're definitely seeing her again. Because then maybe she can find happiness in... So Araragi... Okay. Wow. Huh? Yes, Shinobu. Yes, Muda desu.
Sure. I love this background track.
Yeah. Oh, how you were hustling in your studies. Was that like dripping with sarcasm, though?
So he's studied, but he hasn't done the actual homework.
Wait, what?
Oh, Doraemon?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
No time loops on summer break.
As if. Wait.
Really?
Wait. What's going on? Wait, what? What? What?
I mean, Shinobu is a powerful vampire, but... Okay.
This is totally within my writing capacity.
Yeah, that sounds fishy. Yeah. Unlock the 9th chevron.
This feels very similar to the Nautico location.
Well, I think this is the Nautico location, maybe. We wish to go back a single day to do homework.
We don't have that sort of acting anymore.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
Seriously? Is this really happening?
I love how his first thing is to go to the other side.
Yeah.
Of course. Wait.
Yeah. Well, and if... Okay.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, what's that pseudoscience? How convenient.
I'm waiting for her to, like, push him in.
Yeah, yeah. There's too many green lights, remember? Crossing the sidewalk, you know? Ha! Doubt.
Hand holding.
How lewd. Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah. Yeah, hush, hurry up. So, we're doing this.
Yeah.
Whoa. We gotta go check that out. All I saw was Hanakawa would kill me or something. Yeah.
She's never done this before, and she said she could only do it once. Uh-huh.
Hey, wait, Shinobu. Huh.
Is it perpetually yesterday, though? Sure, yeah, there you go.
Oh no. Yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Yep. So you're permanently...
Well, it's just permanently going to a different one that's hopefully parallel enough to the first one that it doesn't really matter. Sure.
No.
Yeah.
But what would be the point of going back if you...
Well,
doubt.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Thank you.
There we go. Yes. Oh! Right.
Right.
Oh, what was that? I gotta go back. No.
Huh.
She took the keen mind feat. Oh. But it's like she doesn't want him to know what time it is either. Why is Shinobu like so so
Watch,
nervous?
this is all one big psych. It's not actually Hachikuji's arc. It's Shinobu's.
Who dis?
I love how it doesn't show their faces though.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They're way off.
Oh no.
Holy shit. Oh no. Yeah, you need to confirm that.
Oh
no!
My god.
Wait. So 11 years prior to now, so are they 11 years in the future or are they 11 years in the past?
Well, we'll go back and check.
Okay,
I think they're
yeah.
11 years in the past.
But oh man. Wow. Oh, and this is how they could save Hachikuji.
I believe
if they go
so,
back
yeah.
more than 10 years, then she'll still be alive.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is funny though. So when I was putting on the shirt for this episode, I was like, all right, obviously Hachikuji, right? Because it's Hachikuji, right? But then I was like, wait a minute. I've had this happen before where I'm like, this is the one that clearly it will be, right? I was like, what if Hachikuji isn't even there for the first episode? Because they do that sometimes with the arcs where they don't show the person that it's actually focused on. And I was like, what if this entire episode was just like a Shinobu episode? And it turned out to be a Shinobu episode.
Basically.
Oh. Well.
Shinobu and Hachikuji.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We got all three of the lollies this episode.
All right, Fire Sisters, let's go.
Yes. Well, if this is 11 years in the past, then they probably definitely aren't right now.
Fire Systems?
Ugh.
Kekakudori. Oh. Yes, probably.
Okay, so
what the heck?
What
the heck?
What was that?
We got time travel, y'all.
Well, yeah,
we got time travel.
Yes, and now I see. So okay. Before this, I was like, Hachikuji. What are they going to do with Hachikuji? Because the only thing that's left to do with Hachikuji is that she's going to disappear, and I don't want that to happen.
Right.
But there's nothing else that really needs to be resolved. There doesn't even seem to be like a conflict revolving her disappearing eventually, right? So what's
just a matter of fact.
Right. It's going to happen. You know, she's a ghost now. I didn't think. Oh,
she was a ghost the whole time.
Well, right. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, but she's a ghost then, but she's not a ghost now. And so now it's like now they can actually save Hachikuji, like not keep her from disappearing, but they can keep her from ever needing to disappear by making her not be a ghost in the first place potentially.
Right. So she wouldn't get in the car accident.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Crossing the crosswalk.
Yeah.
But the thing is that they had this very, very interesting way of starting the episode by basically having what I assume to be the present. But now that I think about it,
it could be the future.
It could be the future from where we left off this episode. meaning that they're going to go 11 years into the past and change so much through the butterfly effect that we just created a new character in Araragi's life named Oshino Oggy.
Yeah, which
what?
Yeah.
What? And meeting in a, or not meeting, but interacting in a place that feels very reminiscent of the Senjugahara.
Right, I think it's
meeting.
The same place.
Well, it's the same place, but I meant in the way that they are interacting as well, because Oggy
head tilting
has the
and,
head tilt and also kind of the same, I would say, general silhouette, to where you could confuse her with a haircut Senjugahara from distance.
But then, like, her eyes seem like empty and vacant, and I don't think she has hands.
Yeah.
Like,
there's a lot of things about her that were just like, whoa, okay. All right, so we'll leave her in the mystery box section for now, despite having the name Oshino. But she brings up, or I don't know if it's a dude or a girl, but like, she brings up a very interesting point, the idea of safety, and the idea of how the world is such a wonderful place in regards to its how it's I don't know how the people could live in it and stuff, but there's this contradiction regarding basically the warning labels, the red lights, if you will, in our world that tell us to basically watch out.
Right.
And then also the freedoms that can bring upon us all these horrible, painful things. Yeah, they just increase the likelihood of it if you make efforts like crossing the crosswalk. And this is literally before they end up crossing over into the past.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of the, time travel? Well, yeah, sure, why not? Let's time travel. And it's like, you didn't think about the dangers of crossing that particular crosswalk?
Well, and that, now granted, this might be an alternate time thingy or whatever, but that by this time, Hachikuji might have already crossed over.
I think that's being very, like, obviously brought up by the way that Araragi says, I'm reminded of that trivia alongside memories of Hachikuji.
Yeah.
And basically that I'm reminded of those words along with a lost young girl. Yeah.
Wait, no, so that's Araragi post the time post the time travel journey.
Right.
Because he's talking about so this is Wait, and we saw a grown-up Hachikuji for a split second.
Well, we saw something.
We saw a grown-up Hachikuji.
I'm gonna go and check it out. Yeah, but it says I recall it with the memories of that girl who died 10 years ago. That summer's epic adventure, along with that story that started as a petty concept, showing Shinobu and Araragi.
Holy crap! Yeah, and then facing off against a bunch of like spectral ghost things.
Yes, this is the crazy thing. But in the end, grew into a giant tale that almost engulfed everything that was real.
Holy.
Yeah. Then we end up getting a flash of images. We show Oshino. We show adult,
full vampire Shinobu.
Her in pain.
Right.
We get to see. That's Hachikuji.
One, that is an awesome design. I love that she has a knife and everything.
Oh my god.
But that's Hachikuji if she didn't die and was able to grow up the extra 10 years.
Yeah. Clearly, this is just
Oh man.
Oh, this is gonna be so nice.
This is
gonna be so awesome.
Yep.
Like I'm impressed that basically they feel confident so much in the story that they're like, oh yeah, the journey is going to be worthwhile, and we'll just tell you the ending right here.
Yep, and granted, given that they said, okay, we went 11 years back in the past after reminding us that yes, Hachikuji died 10 years ago.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, we get what they're setting up here, right? But the idea that it's like, no, we're actually going there, and then like, how does that disrupt potentially the rest of Monogatari? Like, because even Araragi said, like, right, like it almost disrupted everything else that was real.
Well. No, they said everyone. Hold on.
Wait, almost engulfed everything that was real.
Oh, engulfed everything that was real. Okay. So that's something that I wanted to bring up here. When they said everything that was real, and then they have Hachikuji in this alternate dimension, essentially, of cubes and paradoxes.
Yeah, and paradox.
Directions.
Like, the fact that it's like, hey, here's a paradox. Time travel. Like,
Yeah. Then they have the whole paradox shatter. It goes into the clear sky, and she's got this look of like, all right, now I'm free.
Does hopscotch, and then
yeah, and then basically the whole thing ends.
And then there's Araragi's head with the little hair dealio
that she like lands on basically.
Yep.
Yeah, that was adorable. But what I'm thinking here is that there's a very real possibility that we might soon get into the aspects of Monogatari being something that tells a more non-literal psychological story than an actual true to plot story. Well, and that's why they can just be like, oh yeah, time travel. Because you know what's funny? I almost want to skip the Yotsugi stuff, but the Yotsugi stuff, let's go through it really quickly. But there's something huge I think they're setting up with the studying stuff. Okay, so we go here. We have Yotsugi talking to Araragi.
She's like, "Is your master around?" No.
Yes. But also the idea that that Yotsugi is free, to not be, next to who is it?
Yozuru.
Yozuru, yeah. Yeah, Kagenui, and they're calling her Ononoki. Don't insult me. I just needed directions. If merely asking for directions makes you lost, no child in this world isn't lost.
Right.
I
love the proverbs.
Crank, kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, and the way it was so mechanical, just...
Yeah. You know what they say, to ask is a moment's shame, but to not is lifelong.
Yep.
It's like, that's actually a pretty good one now that I think about it.
And then it's like, and then it goes dark. They say to teach is a moment's superiority, but to not is everlasting. It's like, oh. Yeah.
Yeah, such a disgusting proverb doesn't exist. Oh, man. And she's not doing I said with opposed look kind of thing. But
that is a black page in my history. Like, is that supposed to be something where, is that supposed to be something where Nishio Isin basically was like, all right, I'll do this as like a shtick for the character, and then was like, nah, I'm not doing that.
Well, Jacob, we're in a story now involving time travel.
I know, so it could be something like.
So we have to kind of just wait on those kinds of things to potentially be explained, but it might also be a joke about how when that was said, that was Nekokuro.
Oh,
so it's more of a joke about it's a black page in my
history.
No,
that wasn't Nekokuro. That was Nisei.
Nisei?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. I love the whole, is this entire town your yard? That's really meta. I didn't know I need your permission to enter.
Yeah.
But she still apologizes for it.
Right.
So what I like about this is that, we have this character here who's an aberration of sorts, which means they're tied to some aspect of some kind of mental health issue that they have to deal with, or that they're linked more closely than they really are saying they are to Yotsuru and their issue that they need to deal with. But I just like that the idea that this is Araragi's town, like your yard.
Well, and
it is basically a stage set up for
exactly.
whatever kind
this
of
is my
story display needs to be put on there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This is my story, and if you're going to come barging into my story, you could at least ask.
Yeah,
first.
Exactly. I mean, come on.
But
yeah, it's my time. You're going to do something strange here. You'll get in my way. No, I thought I'd help you. Well, it came because someone called me. Dispatched, you could say. But the idea that
no, I'm not afraid.
Yeah, that part was fantastic. I'm not scared of that quasi-vampire at all. No, totally not. The ...
Yeah.
So then they cross, and they have the blue ice kind of stuff here.
Popsicles.
The idea that then Yotsugi kind of zeroes in on the thing that we are kind of noticing as well.
So were you given that backpack?
No, nobody gave this to me.
Oh, okay.
Hachikuji forgot that she was at my place today. That careless girl forgot this in my room.
There was a split second where I was wondering if Araragi had forgotten Hachikuji somehow, and that basically when he said no, nobody gave this to me, like it was something of like Hachikuji vanished and now nobody gave this to me. But yeah, then it was like, okay, no, she just forgot it.
Yeah. If anything, there's something so closely tied to Hachikuji because of how her design is, I would say, so brilliant with the backpack, that she would never forget this backpack.
Right, exactly.
And it's kind of the thing of, oh yeah, she's definitely gone.
Uh-huh.
Because, like...
Right.
Yeah. Also, there's a very real possibility, given that there's a time travel thing in this, that because time travel is something that happened, Hachikuji disappearing is because, like, the thing of Hachikuji eventually going to disappear was always because of the fact that
because she was going to
get
went
back in
to
time,
life, yeah.
and she was going to be brought back to life.
Right,
so the sad thing is that it's not that Hachikuji is disappearing forever, it's that Hachikuji will never exist again.
But then, does that mean that Araragi will never exist again? And then you get into paradoxes.
Yeah, then you get into the crazy stuff.
I was so confused because with the openings and the EDs in Monogatari, well, pretty much all the visuals in Monogatari, right? Yeah. The visuals are very important. So when we see Hachikuji going through a paradox in the opening, I'm like, okay, that's a paradox.
Time loops and all kinds of stuff.
That's weird. There. I did not at all think time travel because that's so completely off the table in my mind. Like, they'd never actually do that.
Well, we thought about it potentially back, like at multiple points throughout Monogatari when we'd see characters,
Oshino and whatnot.
Well, we'd see characters that seemed to pattern themselves so much so after younger characters. So an example like this is Oshino, patterned in a lot of ways as like an older Araragi. But I think that's more so because Oshino is kind of like the wise Jedi Master counselor for Araragi.
That meets Araragi where he's at.
Yeah, he's just there for him, and he's very understanding in that regard. But then we had Gain, who seemed to be like a transcendent Hanakawa.
Yeah, like a interdimensional being that just,
I know everything.
I know everything, right.
And literally, but again, that could be also someone that just really understands Hanakawa's situation,
right? But
based on some kind of precognitive abilities or what have you.
But what that makes me think of is someone that just waltzes through time because
casually.
They just do that.
Yeah, who knows? But now we are. Oh yeah, Shinobu and Araragi just casually dropped time travel into this whole story.
Yeah,
relatively in the beginning, as far as how much Monogatari we still have left to do.
Oh yeah, I know.
So either this is going to be a closed off loop, and I'm totally cool with that. Or this is just where they're going to, change the story forever. Now, it's probably going to be a closed loop because it's the way they set it up was like, and this wild adventure over
that
the
almost
summer,
overtook everything. Almost meaning that it didn't actually.
Which is funny because now that I think about it, they basically told us in the beginning also that it was going to be time travel by the fact that they said it was the summer. And this is August 20th, so it's basically saying the very end of summer has already begun. So summer doesn't really have anything left in order for it to continue. Yeah. So they would have to go back to May in order to kick off the summer again. And that's really
and
funny.
there's a part of me. So okay. They're very, very, very different shows. But there's a part of me that is very happy that the time travel that is happening in Monogatari is happening over summer vacation. Because there's another show where there was rather important time travel that happened over summer vacation. Yeah. Now I'm much more excited for this than I was for that. But
okay, so let's get back into discussing this here. So Yotsugi's whole thing here about asking these very pointed questions
about the idea of dying and being brought back and everything.
And also why the backpack was left at all in the first place here.
That is kind of curious because
the nature of who they are also as humans or not humans.
Well, yes, but also the idea that... So, okay. Because time travel's introduced here, right? Now, conversations that revolve around something that is some kind of, crazy occurrence that's happening, right? Usually tie into just the character, right? The character is that's where their headspace is at, so this is what they're thinking about. Now, it could just be coincidence that this is what Yotsugi is also thinking of, right? But the fact that she's talking about something that is basically foreshadowing time travel when she herself is not a part of the time travel is
as far as we know.
Yeah, and as far as we know, is a bit interesting.
Yeah,
shall we say?
Yeah, of course, it's just foreshadowing. It could be more. But
usually it's more. So the idea that they're doing this here, it probably isn't more, but that's something that stands out to me.
Okay, I want to figure out like what's this thing with her like her nature.
The whole
like
idea of what she is and all that stuff.
Right, but the idea of also undeath, death, and life. So she seems to be very focused on, the whole question of, what.
Well, I'm guessing this is foreshadowing for when she gets her eventual arc, and the setup of what it will revolve around has probably been spelled out in that she is someone that is used.
Okay.
So
yeah, they bring up Araragi's death. But was reincarnated instead of revived because Yotsugi lived a life already up until, like almost 100 years, basically. Lived basically a very long life, and now has come back, and he's like, no, I'm not in the 75 or above thing. I'm reincarnated, and now I'm a young girl again. Like, I've got, that whole thing there. Because if I was revived, then I would be, around 100 years old or something like that. But then brings up the connection to Hachikuji. But in the case of that ghost girl, she hasn't come back to life.
Right.
Because are they trying to bring up the idea that if you saved someone who was dead via time travel, what is that technically? That's not revival. That's not reincarnation.
Well, from Araragi's perspective, it is. But yeah, in an absolute sense, or at least from the perspective of the new timeline, it's not. Oh, and that could be.
Is that why Hachikuji basically disappears? Is that it's dead and staying dead without being revived here? That's what she is.
Well, and also if Araragi revives her, right? If he saves her so that she doesn't end up dying.
In the past.
Right. And then comes back to his time. Now, assuming they're not doing the actual schism of like dimensions or world lines and stuff.
Sure.
So that when Araragi goes back to his future, it's not the same Hachikuji. It is the same Hachikuji, so he did save Hachikuji. But if that's the case, then Hachikuji won't actually know him at that time very well, at least, or a lot of the stuff that they had will go away.
That's
right?
sad.
Which is really sad.
That's really sad.
Now,
and she might as well be dead in that regard because all the banter and all that interaction and stuff, it just never happened.
Now they could bring her back in as a new character, and that would be great. And then they could basically start it over again, right?
And that would be a form of a reincarnation of the story between Hachikuji and Araragi.
Right. Even though from the perspective of all the other characters, sans Araragi and Shinobu, it will be as if normal. This is a new person, right? And then now you could get into the butterfly effect of if they didn't know Hachikuji, what of the other stuff that we've already seen would happen.
I'm confused. Are you meaning the other way around where it's all the other characters except Araragi and Shinobu meet? It's normal that Hachikuji is this way now. They're the ones that then have to get used to the new Hachikuji, even though this is how she's always been.
Sure.
Is that what you're saying, or are you saying it the other way? Where
no. I was saying
they expect it to be this way, and everyone else is like, "Wait, where'd Hachikuji go?"
Sure. I guess that's a way that you could do it, because the question is that if Araragi wouldn't have a reason to know Hachikuji until 10 years from now when she's as a ghost.
Right.
So if she wasn't as a ghost here, unless she knew Araragi well enough to basically become friends with him as he was growing up, right?
But he wouldn't have.
But so the only reason that would happen is if Araragi were to basically suggest the idea of, hey, I'm from the future, I knew you, I'm saving you, I would really like to not have you be someone that none of us know anymore,
right?
And then try and basically correct that bit of the butterfly effect so that she's still in their lives, basically.
Right, and he doesn't end up creating a time paradox that consumes everything, basically.
Right.
Okay, I think I kind of get where this is going then.
Because otherwise, I feel like they could pretty easily just have it be something where Araragi goes back to the present day and Hachikuji's out there somewhere, but they don't know her. And
she's lost.
And then that sucks. Oh, yeah.
Then, hey, Devil Boy, what do you think about this way? Who's the happiest? When you think about it this way, who's the happiest of us? All three of us are pretty lucky or fortunate. You can't say it's fortunate if we continue to be conscious even after death. Have you ever thought about why you were born? This is interesting. I haven't thought about this stuff like that in junior high. That's a reference, I think, back to when he was depressed, basically.
Yeah.
Why am I even here?
Right.
I've thought about it since birth, or more precisely from the moment I died. So she is not doing well in terms of happiness and all these other things. So, no, I've been thinking about it from the moment I was reincarnated. There has to be some meaning. Now, think about it from Hachikuji's perspective. If she gets saved, if she gets brought back to life in this way, is it going to screw her up in some way, in a new way, basically, because the reason why doing it might not be, there might not be any purpose to it other than it was an accident. We ended up stumbling into the time thing here, and we're like, oh, I would love to save you.
Or maybe it's something where it's the, that's actually how Hachikuji was recently. Wondering, why am I still around, you know?
That's a good point, yeah.
Because they can have the thing of Hachikuji being gone, either meaning that she passed on, or that, you know, time travel, muckery, whatever. But if that's the case, why is the backpack still there?
Well, it's not her.
Right.
So, maybe she...
Well, and technically, wouldn't the backpack be a... Wait.
Yeah.
Would the backpack be a ghost backpack? Because like, so it's not... Because her backpack didn't die, right? So it would still be a backpack.
Is visual storytelling. It's not a part of who she is.
Yeah,
you know?
Right. Because her ghost self wouldn't be able to carry the backpack, and if it could, everyone would have been able to see a floating backpack.
Yeah. And obviously, like, Monogatari is not the type of show that you know cares about stuff in that literal of a sense. It's a symbol, basically. So she obviously no longer having to deal with her snail aberration kind of issue because she got, you know, reincarnated as a actual, you know, reincarnated as an adult, basically.
Sure.
Yeah. And she had her own reason to be lost in the real world. Oh, that's a cool thing here. You noticed this as well. Ask me difficult questions. That reason, or rather objective, was already met over 3 months ago. Really? Then why does she continue to be a ghost? And he's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
If you see her again, ask her that for me.
Right.
And then she just wants to know, well, I want to know if she's happy as a ghost.
Yeah.
And then he kind of has the, I couldn't find her, but it's no big deal.
Yeah.
And then he kind of gets a little bit of, like, mopey, kind of thinking about his, you know, specific things that he wishes he could do. And then she's like, hey.
And then Shinobu shows up.
Shinobu shows up and is like, hey, snap to it. What?
Yeah.
Why are you feeling down about yourself? Go.
Baka.
Yeah. She even kind of chastises, why are you pretending to be worried about that, you fool? Like, it's like, oh my god, Shinobu, like, you have the tough love. You know, nothing comes from worrying over things like that. I love how she's looking directly into the camera while doing this, because there's a lot of Monogatari stuff where they're trying to teach you kind of the principles of things that, I mean, we still don't really pay attention to.
Well, and one of the things that I love here is that she's
sometimes.
half in shadow, half in light. And as she kind of leans closer, she's more in the light here. Now, the whole idea of why are you blah blah blah, nothing comes from all that stuff. The way they paralleled their stories in Kizu so well, Shinobu could be also talking from personal experience.
Ah, sure.
You know?
Yeah. What you should be worried about lies elsewhere, and then she gets the kind of the little quirk smile with the tooth popping out of the you're a high school student.
You just need to study.
But they've been doing this thing where they have Shinobu kind of say things, and it's like she's being sarcastic, but it's also like
she's proud.
Well, she's obviously proud, but I'm meaning more that she's got kind of this this stuff that she's holding over Araragi's head. I don't it's not like a blackmail kind of thing, but kind of like the I know everything you're doing kind of thing, so you can't lie to me kind of thing.
Well, right, but so when I said proud, I didn't mean proud like Shinobu's proud because she's a proud vampire. Of course she is. But she's proud of Araragi. Because the thing is that she's seen him at his lowest points because she's always around him, right?
Right.
And especially during Kizu, right? So here, she's seeing
hustling in your studies quite a bit.
Yeah, that he was hustling in his studies. He has been studying really hard, right? And her saying all of this stuff of the, you know, don't think about that stuff. You can't do that. Just focus on your studies. It's basically the thing of, you've been doing real good. Don't beat yourself up.
Right. Now, I think that's the good thing here, but there's a very clear step into past tense here. She says, "You're a high school student right now. A student's main duty is to study." Present tense. Mm-hmm. Then, when she talks about her pride, she goes into past tense. "I do know that." Present tense. "How you were hustling in your studies quite a bit." Quite a bit doesn't actually sound like a lot. That sounds like, it was quite a bit, you know? "I was impressed that you were quite a student. I was literally cheering you from the shadows." Now, obviously, you be careful about putting too much emphasis on the wrong thing.
Yeah.
But the point here is that she is there. It's like this. There's this very serious moment, Monogatari, zooming in on the face as they're saying this thing,
and the eyes in particular.
Yep. Then they focus on the shadow here. Then she has but you haven't done any of your summer break homework, have you?
Right. Yeah.
Present tense.
Right. Basically, she's saying, one, that I was literally cheering you on from the shadows. Yeah,
you were doing good.
Go. Like yes. I almost was expecting them to show something of Shinobu with I don't know how she conjures up the furniture or whatever that she has in his shadows, but she'd have pom poms and be like, yeah, go. But then she's like, "You're not doing well right now."
Right. Then we get very hyper focused with this goofy thing with the Nobita-kun and what is that name? It sounds like it exists. But then there's the only 2 hours until summer break ends. Give me a time machine, I'll hop in and go back a day. Now, we had just talked about wishes prior to this. This is literally a wish of every student ever when there's a deadline coming up. They're about to basically have to crunch in order to get things done.
Yep, and we solve you didn't do your homework during summer break, so time travel. And
it's 10 p.m., literally, no time is left. Give me a time machine. And he gives the joke, "Stop it, bringing my name with Nobu," and all that. Yeah. But then she's got this, as if time travel thing, but then she's like, "Wait, I kind of want to help out."
Yeah, if you just want to time travel, then
right. And then she has this look of wait, and then it switches to the stoplight that goes from red. I believe it goes from red to green. Let me go to it there. Oh no, it is in red. Basically, danger with this crosswalk.
Right. Yeah. Danger with the time travel.
I can be convinced to help out. But in terms of actual convincing, there's not much that she's lying here. She doesn't need to be convinced. She's already going to do it.
That's her tsundere self of, she's usually like that.
Right, but there's this nervousness. There's this
right.
There's this, I'm willing to do anything in order to help you here, even something that I know is a bad idea.
Right, something I've never done before and is mucking with dangerous stuff. And how much of her willingness to do this is simply Shinobu's cockiness because I'm the baddest person on the planet. I'm a vampire.
Right. And Araragi's meanwhile doubt. What is going on here?
And so how much of it is simply because of Shinobu being cocky versus Shinobu wanting to do something for Araragi that badly?
I think it's both. Yeah, she really wants to help him, and she's willing to do something really dumb in terms of how
right, because she sees that
obviously she loves praise. She loves praise and stuff like that.
Yeah, of course. Praise and donuts.
Yeah.
But she also wants Araragi to be doing well, and he's been getting to a point where maybe he's starting to not do well.
Yeah.
And not that the homework is the thing that will cause him to be doing well, but it certainly helps.
Yeah. What's that pseudoscience? That part was ridiculous.
Watch, it was actually just the fact that they were waiting this long to go through the gate that, it was like a day per millisecond of waiting, and then it just... It was all this conversation. So the dangers are probably not great.
And then he has that
yeah,
look, and then they have the thing where she wants the watch. The watch that you wrap on your right wrist for vanity, even though you're not left-handed. Lend me that. I love how specific she throws her jabs at Araragi. It's so good. He's like, wow, you don't have to be that specific.
Yeah.
What does he say here? No need for such detail. I get it. Yeah. And then
hand holding.
There was a bit of a flash here that was like really quick. We passed through the shrine gate. Hold on.
Oh, did Araragi accidentally muck with it because he wanted to go to save Hachikuji instead?
I didn't think about something as selfish as going back to the day before.
Yeah.
Yeah, but instead reflected on Hachikuji. So that's why they went back.
Yeah.
11 years.
Right. Okay.
And Shinobu, is thinking about a little bit of self-preservation now that we see that she's, actually going to be using the watch there. There's
and apparently it put quite a strain on her, or
something, because her legs are bruised and band-aided or something.
Right.
I think it's interesting. We're talking about time travel and the idea of life and death, and then she's like, I've never failed at anything since birth, and he's like, wow, thanks for bragging. Like, can you brag anymore, literally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
wait,
yeah.
the thread.
The red thread, the red thread of fate,
Okay.
Connecting people across time and whatnot. So, there we go.
Cool. The idea that, like, oh yeah, the North Shirei Shrine, like that's where the energy came from.
Oh.
So if we use that, beforehand.
Yeah, maybe this was why Shinobu seemed like she was basically being sly.
Oh.
Because she knew, I've never failed at anything since birth.
Oh.
She knew that she was setting it up for whatever Araragi most wanted.
Oh, wow.
Because because even if you, like, asked her about the thing, you would still be depressed because you wouldn't be able to do the things that you would want to be able to do for her.
Right.
So now she basically gave him the opportunity to actually do the things that he wanted to do for her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love how much she's BSing here when he's like worried about the problems of time paradoxes.
No, it's like salmon. Going downstream is easier.
Yeah, exactly. It's hilarious that she's like willing to be able to make this stuff like pulled out of her ass so easily.
Yep.
Then there's this quick flash here where they go down with all the red basically. But honestly though, it did make me think. I thought about the somewhat dangerous implications of time paradoxes. Because he's watched, certain media, probably.
And given that what we saw at the very beginning of the episode, we're about to go and cause a lot of them, probably.
Probably. If Araragi sees Araragi, for instance.
Well, or just, the fact that they will interact with anybody back here.
Yeah.
What will that do as far as, like,
Because here's the thing. Just these 3 girls, for instance. What if these girls are actually like characters that we know as as kids basically?
Well, or like, okay, if Araragi does save Hachikuji, right? What kind of stuff in Monogatari that we've seen so far wouldn't happen if not for Hachikuji?
Yep.
Like for all we know, him and Senjukahara might not be together. Right,
yeah,
because that happened at the end of of Hachikuji's first arc. Like so much stuff that just could just be all tossed out the window.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And now we are
time traveling at the end of summer break to finish homework.
Basically.
Finish your summer homework. Wow.
And we're gonna end up saving.
I don't know if that's supposed to be a reference or if that's done in plenty of other shows, but I love it. I love it.
And now we're going to end up saving Hachikuji.
Yeah.
And also losing Hachikuji.
However that's going to go. But but like you can do lots of things with time travel, so yeah.
Well, Shinobu and Araragi on an adventure to the past.
I wore the wrong shirt.
And I don't have a shirt for this, so there we go. Y'all.
Oh boy.
Kabukimonogatari, episode 1. I love time travel. And
the fact that they just decide to just, let's just time travel here, because why not?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like we could make a whole light novel on this, basically.
Yeah. Like, what with all these aberrations and everything? You think time travel couldn't be done? Sure, of course it can. Yeah, let's do it.
I practically eat other aberrations for breakfast. I can do this kind of stuff in my sleep.
Yeah, no problem. Now we just need to make sure that Araragi isn't like, wait a minute, I can do all sorts of other things while we're back here.
Yeah. Yeah. How much of this do you think, though, like, let's get it into percentages here. How much of this do you think is Shinobu trying to just give Araragi an escape so that he doesn't have to think about basically the situation he's in?
Well, I don't know if I would phrase it as an escape, but yes, I think this is definitely something that Shinobu is trying to do for Araragi, and that's how they can
without the consequences be damned, basically.
Like
kind of in the same way of crossing the street, that she's not thinking about the
right,
hey, I'm a god, basically. We're gods,
what could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
Yes, because Shinobu is that cocky. But at the same time, she wouldn't actually want to cause too many complications for Araragi because she wouldn't want to ruin the present that they left, No,
of course not.
But yeah.
But people do things in the present form of thinking without thinking about the future implications because they care so much about a person.
Sure. And I think that it definitely is that to a fairly large degree.
Okay.
The question is just how willing is Shinobu to take risks?
Oh.
Because clearly she's able to take some risks, right? She doesn't have a problem doing time travel,
right.
And she probably figured that they would be going back, to before Hachikuji died.
Right, because in order for her to take a risk, she has to be involved, and she doesn't consider herself to be capable of failure. So,
right.
So, how much of a risk can she really take in her own mind?
Yeah,
and that's why I think this was actually a legitimate risk, because she's BSing her way so much, not for her sake, maybe for her sake somewhat, but I think mostly just for Araragi to feel okay about all of this.
Right, basically, and that ties into the conversation with Oggy at the beginning, is the whole idea of when you say danger signs, then you end up being in safety, right? Mm-hmm. But when you say everything's fine, then you could go into danger because you don't know what actually is dangerous or not, right?
So, pragmatism.
Yeah.
Shinobu didn't have it here.
Well, or maybe she did. We'll have to find out.
We'll have to find out,
I am very glad, though, that with time travel, Araragi didn't go back in time by himself.
Yes, I agree.
Because not just from the standpoint of the time travel, but also from the standpoint of going into to another character's arc. I'm really glad that we have another character alongside Araragi for it, because I feel like that allows for there to be even better interactions, because then the character combinations, it's multiplicative. Yeah.
So, let's hope the world isn't consumed in time paradoxes. So, y'all, if you want to see the next episode's reaction to this crazy show right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there, and any level of support gets you access to our Discord, where you can chat with us about these stories, about anime in general. You can get involved with the community there. There's lots of stuff going on. And you can also talk with Jake about his book.
Yes, my sci-fi novel, Battle Lines, is still available for order on Amazon. The link is in the description below, so go check it out. And make sure to leave a review if you do get it to let people know what you think.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.